Hi, guys. Welcome to Weekly Travel Updates with Melinda Fargas. And it's spring, it's warm outside, and people are going all over the world. I am terribly excited because the world is opening up tremendously. CDC is relaxing some protocols that we need, and we have lots of new ships and lots of new godmothers to ships. So, Virgin Voyages, they're getting ready to release their second ship. It's going to be the Valiant Lady. The Scarlet Lady started, now it's the Valiant Lady. And the Valiant Lady has now acquired J-Lo for all the entertainment across the Virgin Voyages line. So NCL, not to be outdone, with their new ship, the Prima, they are going to have Katy Perry as the godmother. What do you think about cruising headed towards entertainment focused? I'm curious because they're trying to reach a new segment of the cruise market. Would this be you? Would that improve your cruise experience to have that kind of entertainment on board? Let me know in the comments. So lots is going on. I told you about the ship last week. As we were starting, they were trying to get the NCL Escape off of the sand barge, stuck in sand. And it wasn't NCL's pilot's fault. They had a local pilot come on board, and that pilot is the one who navigates all the way to the port terminal. And he's the one who got it stuck. So let me tell you what NCL did. I was surprised, and I think it's a great thing. I hope it sets a precedent. But they were like on the third day of their sailing, 7 days, and NCL flew all of them home because in checking further, there was some structural damage. And rather than be safe than sorry, they flew everyone home back to Fort Lauderdale, if that was your port. If that was where your car was parked, or they flew you back. If you used NCL's air program, which is what we're going to use for Hawaii, if that happened, NCL is flying all those people directly back to their homes. So let's say we're in Hawaii in October and there is something, I don't know, a storm or something, I don't know. But anyway, if it were cut short and we're using NCL's air program, then they would procure our flights back home. Speaking of which, you know that we are doing Hawaii, and we're doing it the 21st of October and coming back the 29th of October. Now we're doing this as a land and sea package because we're going to fly over Honolulu and spend one night in a Waikiki Beach hotel, and we do that for the fireworks. And then we get up the next morning, we go to the swap meet, because anybody who knows me knows I am a shopper. And we go to the swap meet on the way to Pearl Harbor. We do Pearl Harbor. We stop for lunch at the Missouri, which is just near Pearl Harbor. And then we do an island tour on the way to the ship. We set sail on Saturday evening. We have 2 days in Maui, 2 days on the Big Island, and 2 days in Kauai. Now, what more could you want? Let me know if you have interest. We're getting ready to set up a Hawaii night. Now, Alaska is what we're doing in September. And from looking at some of the Aurora Lights history, there's plenty of chances in September that we may see the Aurora Lights. I hope so. But we're going to leave. We fly into Anchorage and we spend one night, and we get on the Alaska Railroad the next day. That's what makes our trips different, is because on Alaska Railroad, we have Gold Star service, and we're the only car that has an outdoor platform. I will link some pictures to this video later tonight. It was when Trey was about 14, and he and, was it Justin that was on there with us? Judson. He and Judson were looking out They both had on baseball caps. They looked real serious, but the mountains were behind us, and it was just a beautiful sight. We arrive in Denali, and we spend 2 nights at the Denali cabins. Our tour, again, a unique experience just for action travelers. We go further back into the park than anybody else because we go to the Backcountry Lodge where you can fly fish, you could gold pan, you can hike, and we'll have lunch. And when we come back to Denali, we'll spend one more night. We'll go up to the fish camp, or well, that's what I like to do. You can go anywhere you want, but that's where I'm going to go. And the next day we head off to the ship. We go southbound from Seward to more ports than I've ever been to on a 7-day cruise. We leave Seward, we go to Haines, we go to Juneau, we go to Icy Straits, we go to Ketchikan. We sail past past Victoria into Vancouver, but that's almost a port every day. Oh, the first day we go to the glaciers. So it's like 6 days in a row. We are somewhere new and different. Come along with us because we do our own private shuttles. We would love to have you. Okay, enough about me. Glasses, let me tell you what the news is. We have 111 cruise ships that are in the CDC program. 56 of those are green. They're in the green, meaning there are no reported COVID cases. 56 out of 111. 32 of them are in yellow, which means that there's less than 3% on board that have the virus or symptoms. Then there's 22 in the orange, and the orange means that there's more than 3% either in the crew or passenger count. And remember, these are reported weekly. This was very current yesterday. And there are 22 in, let's see. Nope, only one in red. The one in red means that it is under investigation. So they're trying to find out what's caused this ship to be different than others. But let me read these off because, man, I have a lot of customers who sail in a couple of these ships. So here are the ships under investigation, and I'm going to go by cruise line. So I'm going to start with Carnival. The Carnival Horizon, the Carnival Mardi Gras, the brand new ship, the Carnival Panorama, and the Carnival Pride. 4 ships in Carnival. Under Holland American, the Staten Dam, and the New Rotterdam. Under Princess, it's the Grand Princess, the Majestic Princess, and the Ruby Princess. So I have a couple of Alaska travelers, and we're looking at Ruby Princess. So we need to look at that a little closer. Under NCL, only one ship, and that's the NCL Epic. Under Celebrity, we've got the Celebrity Constellation, the Celebrity Silhouette, and the Celebrity Summit. Under Royal Caribbean, we have Allure of the Seas, Enchantment of the Seas, Harmony of the Seas, Oasis of the Seas, and Mariner of the Seas. All 5 ships are currently under investigation. Under Viking, there is just one, the Viking Sea. Under Cunard, the QE2 is under investigation. And even top lines like Oceania, the Regatta's on this list. And under 7 Seas, under Regent, it's the Regent 7 Seas ship is also listed there. And I have customers this summer there. Do you have a future cruise on one of those ships? That's what I'd like to know. Or do you know somebody who does? Have them reach out to me or make sure that they go to the CDC's website that shows the colors. And they just need to watch it closer to their cruise sailing. Let me tell you, the bubble cruises, the bubble excursions are almost gone. Testing starting April 1st. There's no testing if you're vaccinated to go into Canada. That's huge because all the ships that were doing Alaska, when you got to Vancouver, you were going to have to do a test the day before. So this eliminates all of that. The Southern Caribbean ports that are still not allowing you just to get off and explore are St. Lucia, Dominica, St. Vincent, Barbados, and Falmouth, Jamaica. In those ports, you have to do excursions through the cruise ship. Not my favorite thing to do, but there are some fun, exciting things to do. And sometimes that's just the best way to handle it. Let me know if you have interest because we're booking Viator Tours as a preferred vendor now. So when you go somewhere and you need something to do, let me know or look up Viator, Viator. If you see something, let me book it for you. It never costs you anything and I'll handle the details. Okay. Carnival is going to do a sailing that is going to reposition their ship. So it's going to go 16 days. This is part of their 50th celebration, 50th year celebration. And it's going to be a 16-day sailing. Well, they now require a booster for anything over 15 days. So everybody who is going to do the sailing that goes through Panama Canal, up the west coast, it'll stop in Puerto Vallarta, Cabo San Lucas, and then it doesn't stop again until it gets to Seattle. But those you have to have a booster on. There's quite a bit of news going on about the boosters, and it's not set in stone on many things. Like right now, unless you're going on a 16-day cruise with Carnival, the booster is suggested but not required. Many of the ships, Princess included, is going to take away the pre-testing. If you've been vaccinated, it's going to go back to 3 days. Because I have international travelers who are trying to make a river cruise, and we're trying to find testing sites internationally so that they won't have to freak out that they're going to be really, really close to that 48 hours. So that's changing. I ask you, does it make you want to cruise? Tell me if you think there are others that will be nominated for these new ships. It is pretty exciting. And speaking of exciting, I tried to get my son Trey to jump behind me and say hello because he's getting ready to move. I know that you've heard me mention he's marrying Maya Barlow in August. It's going to be a beautiful wedding. We're very excited and blessed and happy. But they're going to move, and he's going to Burnsville. He's going to be a lineman with the French Broad Electric Co-op in Burnsville, North Carolina. It's 30 minutes north of Asheville. So tell me what you think of that. Have you heard of anything good about Burnsville or bad? Let me know. He's laughing at me. He should have come on here. That's what you get. Well, guys, I had a customer come in this week because we're cleaning the office. I really want you to come check it out in a couple of weeks. We have a ladies meeting that's going to take place on the first Tuesday of the month. It'll be the Business Women's Networking. I would love to invite all of you to come by the office. And it starts at 8:30, ends at 9:30. But it is exciting to see people out and about again. I love spring. I love that there's a lot of activity. But in downtown Mebane, it has been rocking. And all of the emails that we get, now it's back to about 400 a day. We share insights and what's going on and what's new and exciting. But one of the guys I asked this weekend about keeping a storefront right in downtown Mebane, it was interesting because as he talked to me about a few trips, and others came in the conversation because we're in a store, we found the biggest difference in working with us at Action Travel is our experience. We can tell you about that underwater room that is available on the Great Barrier Reef or above in tents glamping on a platform on the Great Barrier Reef. We can tell you about glamping through Africa. We can tell you about doing van rentals and going across South Wales. It's the experience really that makes the difference. And if we have helped you, drop something here that makes you want to come back and see us or something that we've done for you that might have been exciting. And if you need something, let me know that too, because today we booked a great trip to Aruba. If you are looking for a place in Aruba, look at the Divi Aruba Phoenix. Boy, it is gorgeous. And that's where this couple's going in just about 30 days. So remember to check us out, Melinda Fargas Action Travel. We're open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And as demand meets, we will increase those times too. But until next week, I'll see you later. Ciao.